you look over your life and you start to reflect like, how in the world did that happen for me? Amen. He put you in the right place at the right time with the right people in the right mood. I don't know. Thank you. Sometimes people will say, well, who do you know? Because they want to find out what connection, what hookup I got. I say, I don't know nobody. All I know is Jesus. That's it. Amen? I don't know nobody on earth that could have done this for me. Hallelujah. All I can say was the favor of God. I don't know who I can say put in a good word for me. I don't know who I can say selected me. I don't know who else I can say it came from but God. It's the favor of God. Does anybody know what I'm talking about this morning? And people will be mad because they be like, I know she knows something. I know she just lying. She just don't want to say nothing. And they'll be mad because of the favor that's on your life. But you need to tell them, don't be mad at me. It's not my fault. It's just what? Favor. Amen? It's not my fault. All I can do is thank God for the favor on my life. There was a definition that I saw for favor. It says demonstrated delight. Demonstrated delight. The favor of God can be described as tangible evidence that a person has the approval of the Lord. Somebody say amen. Favor is like God endorsing you. You know, when Oprah's show was on, she would just select any book. And this author may not have been known, but when Oprah put her stamp on that, when Oprah put it in her book club, when Oprah endorsed it, all of a sudden that book was a bestseller. Look, we got something better than Oprah, amen? We got somebody better than Oprah. When God endorses you, amen. He will take you to heights that you didn't even know that you can reach. Amen. When the favor of God is upon your life. Oprah thinks she got pulled. My God got more pull than Oprah, okay? When God's endorsement is upon your life, when God's stamp of approval is upon your life, somebody say, I'm favored. I'm favored. You better say it to me, and I'm favored. It ain't my fault. It's just favor. Favor opens doors that you could never have opened yourself. Favor will cause good breaks to come your way. Favor will take you from the background to the foreground. Give you some things you don't even deserve. You're shocked like, what in the world? I'm just favored. You weren't next in line, but you were next in God's eyes. You were not next for the blessing, for the promotion, but you were next in God's eyes. God allowed them to skip some people and look and saw you. Amen. He will allow you to have favor with man also. Sometimes you're shocked. You don't even know. You're like, you cannot believe this has happened to you. Somebody say it again, I'm favored. I'm favored. You need to believe there's something that comes along with the salvation. Amen? The favor of God will give you palace treatment in a prison situation. The favor of God will give you palace treatment in a prison situation. Supernatural increase and promotion. Joseph was in prison. His brothers threw him in a pit and he ended up in prison. But somehow while he was there, the favor of God was still upon his life. He was in prison. And the favor of God was still upon his life. In Genesis 39:21, it says, but the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. You might be in a prison situation. I'm about this. You might be in a prison situation today, amen? But know that God can give you favor in whatever situation that you find yourself in. It looks like the end of the world, but in that situation, God can show you favor, amen? Amen. And it says in Genesis that God took him from the prison to the palace, amen? He went from the pit to prison to the palace. Look at God. Look at God, how he can do it in your situation. You feel like this is the worst situation that you can possibly be in. And God will take you from the pit to prison to the palace. Somebody say amen. Amen. Genesis 41:39 says, and Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as God has showed thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou art. Thou shalt be over my house, and according unto the word shall all my people be ruled. Only in the throne will I be greater than thou. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. Look at my God. Look at my God. Joseph thought he was in the worst situation of his life, and somehow it was the best situation. Amen. He will put you in the right place, even if it is prison. He will put you in the right place at the right time to get your increase, to get your promotion, your supernatural promotion, that people will know it is only God that did it. It is only God that has done it for you.
Amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
The favor of God will bless you in a prison situation and give you palace treatment. Amen.
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 We favor y'all. Favor will allow you to shine the brightest among all other diamonds. Amen. Amen. The favor of God will allow you to shine among other diamonds. You ever see a couple and you looking at the man or the woman, and the man or the woman is very handsome and pretty. And then you look at the person that they with, and you be like, how they get him? How they get her? Hopefully y'all not saying that to me, okay? You look and you be like, man, how did this woman get this fine man? He could have had any woman he wanted. Why he picked this one? Because God allowed him, when he saw her, he saw a beauty queen. Everybody else might have saw a goat, but he saw a beauty queen because God allowed her to have favor. Somebody say amen. Amen. That's what happened to Esther. It says in Esther 2:17, and the king loved Esther more than all the other women. Oh man, amen. And she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the other virgins. So he set the royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. When they were choosing wives, guess what? They picked the best of the best. They ain't choose no little, you know, they chose the best of the best. So Esther was among the best of the best. But somehow God allowed her to shine in the midst of all those diamonds. She shined brighter. She shined like a 40-carat diamond. The others was only shining like a 5-carat or 2-carat. Amen? Amen. That's how God will allow you to shine. Amen. You're not the most qualified. You're not the prettiest. You're not the one who has the best education. But somehow God will allow you to shine. Amen? In the midst of diamonds. You don't even know how. But you standing there, just being you, and you shine. Other people trying so hard, amen? They trying, and God has allowed you to shine. But it's not just in relationship. God will allow you to shine in promotions, in everything that you're trying to get. Wherever you are, that favor of God will be upon your life, and he will make you shine. You don't have to scheme. You don't have to stab nobody in the back. You don't have to lie, cheat, and steal. You don't have to be sneaky. You don't got to do all that because you got the favor of God. Somebody say, will single you out in a crowd. And you don't understand how. The favor of God will single you out for a miracle and for a blessing. He will single you out.
Amen.
You.
Amen.
You. He will single you out. I told my kids, look, don't feel like you're inadequate. You might not be the brightest. You might not be, other people might have had more education and all that stuff. But God will make you shine. That's why I tell my young ladies, you don't have to lower your standards in order to find a husband. You don't have to sleep around. You can still be a virgin and find a husband. You don't got to dress like a whore to find a husband. Because you got the favor of God upon you. Amen. When you look, you don't be like, I don't got to do all that. I don't have to do all that. Because I have the favor of God upon my life. He will make me shine bright.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, that's it, girl. You shining, baby. You shining. Amen. That's the God we serve. Amen. It's like a spiritual magnet, that favor of God. The best, the greatest will be drawn to you. Amen. Everything that's felt, the filth will stay away, but the best will be drawn to you because you have the favor of God upon your life. The favor of God will allow your enemies to bless you against their will.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
When we look in Exodus 3:21, it says, and I will give his people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. And it shall be when you go, you shall not be empty-handed. When the children of Israel was walking out of Egypt and they were rejoicing, God told them, knock on the Egyptians' doors and just hold your hand out.
Hey.
Amen.
Hold your hand out. They knocked on the door, held their hand out. The Egyptians put their diamonds, their gold, their valuables in their hand. And they don't know why they did it. They blessed them against their own will. They didn't want to do it, but they had no choice. God will allow people that don't even like you, they got to bless you. God will make them bless you against their will. Then afterwards, a year later, they say, why did I do that for her? Why did I speak up for her? Why did I give her that money? Why did I bless her? Against their will. They hate you, but they got to bless you. They don't like you, but they got to support you. They want to tear you down, but they got to elevate you. Amen? Don't worry fighting. God will trick them and make them think they're doing something against you and end up blessing you. Thank you. I mean, God was allowing me to look over my life and some stuff like it happened to me like that. And I'm like, look at God. People think they're doing something against you and it turns up blessing you. God will allow people and put things in their mind. Oh, I'm going to do this. And it turns out being the greatest blessing of your life. Amen. God will allow your enemies to bless you against their will. Amen. They don't even know why they are blessing you. But guess what? You know why. What is it?
Favor.
Favor.
What?
Favor.